Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another new video, and our today's video is very important because in our today's video we will try to give you some information related with tennis. Uh, Everything you need to know about the history of football. Today we'll try to know about this. Those people who are interested about football and try to know all the things and big fans of footballers, then this video is just for you guys. So in this video I'll try to share the history of football, how it started, and actually what is the reason behind this that they started these types of playing. So without any further interruption, let's get started. Okay, so football has a complicated history, but what do you truly need to know about one of the most popular sports on the planet? We have broken down some of the most important facts regarding football history so you can see how the game has progressed since its inception. Okay, football beginner may be divided into two categories: modern history and classical history. The recent history of football, where and when was it invented? Okay, football modern history began in England in 1863, more than a century ago. Rugby football and association football, which was formerly synonymous, is split apart, and the Football Association, the sport first recognized regulating organization, was formed. Traveling thought time. People have been kicking a ball for thousands of years according to the historical text, but not all of those activities would be recognized as what we call football today. However, the many phases of football are more precisely sports involving kicking a ball, were all vital to the game growth. We may never have had football be today's standards if it hadn't been for the variety we have seen throughout the years. Football history may be traced all the way back uh, to China in the 3rd century BC, when military manual mention a game that look a lot like football. Tusuchu was an hand destiny game that featured kicking a ball through a 13 to 14 centimeter aperture and into what we would now call goal mode of cans with a net attached. These games are played using a leather ball that was stuffed with hair and feathers. Everything you do, okay. The Greeks created harp's thumb, and a game that utilized a smaller ball than football but followed the same principle as the contemporary game. The goals was for one team to get the ball across their opponent boundary line on a rectangular field with border and a center line. We can plainly observe the impact of different culture and variant on the game we play. Today, based on what we know about the story of ball sports, where the use of feet of privilege. Okay, Britain and football. According to the record, the Lord Mayor of London outlawed football in the city in 1314 because it was producing chaos. You may face jail time if you are discovered playing the game in London. This was built on during the 100 year of war between England and France, when King Edward II and Richard II, Henry V and Henry V ruled the game banned across the UK because it's distracted attention from the particular practice of military skills which were just more helpful. Despite opposition, football proposed in Britain from the 8th or the 19th century, yet a standardized from the game was still uncommon since regional variants are typically preferred. These many variants of the game were eventually grouped together to form association football, rugby football, and the Gaelic football, all of which contributed to the current version of the football. Everything you need to know about the story of football. Okay, village against village game when communities assembled and their teams competed against one another, generally or unmarked field is the greatest incarnation of the Sunday League we presently play. The establishment of ball standards. Despite the facts that the Football Association was founded in 1863, the specification of ball were not specific for another 8 years. Until that time, both players would agree on which ball to utilize between themselves. Why is a match of 19 minutes long? Okay. In football, a 19 minutes game is considered conversational when London and Sheffield faced off in 1866. The duration was created for the first time for weather reason. 19 minutes became the customary time for football games for then one. Modern underage games, however, do not follow the 19 minutes schedule. Football, the global phenomenon. Playing football in school did not become the standard until the early 19th century when it was first introduced in public school. While the rules were not much different from the conventional, several schools developed their own variation of game based on the ground they had available. For instance, if a school only had a concentrate playground, as many did, they had to make do with what they had and adjust the borders appropriately. The Football Association has 15 member clubs 8 years after it was created. The FA Cup was born in 1872 and the first championship was in the works by 1888. At the time, Europe had yet to adopt the modern version of football, contributing to its reputation as a particular British sport. However, the first international football match between England and Scotland took place in 1872, and it drew huge crowds, much like today's games. So that's all about our today's video. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel to get more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching.